Hello everyone and welcome to No Man's Sky Frontiers. Now this was a highly anticipated update and I'm not going to be talking about everything in it just because there's a lot and I'm not the most experienced with base building and what changed there and whatnot. So I'm instead going to focus on the settlements and some of my experience in 3 hours of gameplay. Now upon starting this save, I was given an event where I needed to go protect a existing settlement from sentinels. Upon doing so, they allowed me to become an overseer for free, and I do want to highlight that. Now, the settlement I was given was a B class, and it was a Gek settlement. However, I instead, through different means, found a B class settlement, and that was a Korvax settlement. The reason that I highlighted the for free section is because you can find and claim different settlements. You can only have one, however, which is kind of sad because, you get an overlord title for being the overlord of a settlement. I was hoping I could become like some grand overlord and own like 50 different settlements, but that is not the case. You can find different settlements using the settlement chart. I've not found them without using one, so I don't know if you can, but the settlement chart, it costs 5 navigation data and it can be found at the cartographers on space stations. Now, these charts are very expensive, so you do need to make sure that you have enough navigation data for them or you only buy a few of them because it will basically take up all of your navigation data. Upon arriving at the new settlement, in order to claim it, you need to spend trade commodities. For the Korvax ones that I've seen, it has been 3 Korvax convergence cubes. For the Gek, I don't remember if it was Geknip or Nip buds. Again, I don't remember. But essentially, you do need to spend some of these trade values in order to actually become the overseer of a new settlement. Again, for the Korvax ones, it was 3 Korvax convergence cubes. Upon spending them, you then claim the settlement, and it is now yours. When I was searching for these settlements, I do want to talk a little bit about how I found them. Again, I was warping to different systems and finding all of these settlements in various locations. Most of the time, they were B settlements in 3-star systems. I prioritized going to 3-star because I was hoping I could try to find an A class settlement or an S class settlement. The best I could find was a B class settlement, and that was most of the time. There were a couple 3-star systems that had a C class settlement, and I immediately passed up on those. And there was a 1-star system that also had a C class, but I kind of avoided it after that. I don't really know with the B class if it gives you better population happiness or productivity. I believe that you can upgrade this rank as you build more buildings and construct more things and interact with your settlers a little bit more, but that is yet to be seen. Don't quote me on that. That is just what I'm theorizing, and I believe I remember from reading various aspects of the patch notes. The last thing that I do want to mention is that these settlements unfortunately do not have a portal. So if you need to teleport away or if you warp to a new system, you either need to remember what system it was in or you need to build a base nearby, because these settlements actually technically count as a base, so you cannot place and claim a base computer within grounds of the settlement. In order to do so, I basically just made a base a little bit over there. It's called Settlement Base 2 because, as I said, this is not my first settlement. This is the second one that I've claimed, and that settlement, or that base over there, basically all it has is just a landing pad, a teleporter, and maybe like a solar panel and a battery or something like that. It doesn't need to be anything fancy, but it's close enough that I can mark it as my settlement, and I can basically gain access to this whenever I can. Because as you see in the bottom right, my settlement is currently running smoothly. At various points in time, you will need to go back to your little administration terminal and handle situations, whether it's a visitor, whether it's people having a dispute, or if it's building a building or something like that. You will be called back frequently to make use of this office. And that's kind of all I really have. Again, this is just based off of a few hours of playtime. There is definitely more that we need to experience and learn about these settlements, and I plan on probably putting out something more in-depth as I actually get to the later stages. But for now, this is a little bit of a helpful guide on finding settlements, on figuring out where to go for them, on figuring out how to spawn them and get those charts. So hopefully this is useful to some of you guys, and yeah, look forward to some more No Man's Sky videos coming out shortly as I progress more with this settlement. So thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to have a good rest of your day, evening, and or night, and we'll see you all very soon. Take it easy, guys.